podcast for the new cruiser and beyond. I'm your host, Leslie.
And I'm Rick. And today we're going to actually talk about some news.
Oh, jeez.
Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's something I've been following for probably the last year.
Mm-hmm.
That Royal Caribbean has been hinting, speculating,
Kicking around.
about a new class of ships that are actually smaller, right? Every ship they make is bigger and bigger, right? We just talked about, the Allure of the Seas was 50 millimeters longer than the Oasis of the Seas. So, just read an article that Royal Caribbean CEO Michael Bailey has just speculated again during the inaugural speech on the Utopia of the Seas about a new class that could be called the Discovery class. I think it's super exciting.
Wow. What's so special about it?
You got to think, because these mega ships have 5,000, 6,000 people.
So it's going to be a smaller ship.
Well,
or what am I talking about?
What is smaller, right?
Well, right.
Their bigger ship was 50 millimeters bigger. Can it be 50 millimeters smaller and it's a smaller ship?
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to be as big as like the Icon and the Utopia. It's going to be a smaller class ship.
Well, the different articles I was researching, it says it could replace the Radiance class in the Vision class.
Okay, we've been on both of those. The Vision was the grandeur, and I believe the Radiance was we will be on the Brilliance here soon.
Oh, that's
in
true.
A few months.
Yeah.
And we've been on ships that were fairly new. I mean, even the Grandeur, if you think about it, it was not sailing very long, maybe a month or a month and a half.
Yeah, back in 96, 97.
Yes.
That was your second cruise on the Grandeur of the Seas.
Grandeur of the Seas, yep.
Yeah, it was like the fifth or sixth sailing of that ship. So, yeah, that's a cool point.
Yeah.
We've been on a new, smaller ship.
Yeah.
It was just a long time ago.
Yeah, and people are going to take to it, but it's almost kind of like it. Yeah, it's new, but it's going to be smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how's that going to work.
I'm
curious.
I'm super excited for it. Because you got to think, right? It's different strokes for different folks, right?
You're right.
You got some people that still listen to albums compared to digital.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same music. It's the same cruise line. It's a different feel,
Oh, it's going to be a different feel being on those jumbo ships and then go down. It'll be different. I mean, the newness of it will be really nice. And like you said, it's probably going to be able to go into smaller ports.
Yeah, and that's kind of the main reason, I think. Like some of these ports, they cannot accommodate 5,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
But they can accommodate 2,000.
Yeah.
Just with the logistics of the island. I mean, you can't bring in a small city and swarm the island and then leave in 8 hours.
Right.
So I think it really opens up the opportunity for just unique places.
Right.
And then you could get that more authentic feel for the island instead of everybody being dropped off at Walmart. You go do what you gotta do when you get back.
Right. Very true.
Go see all these islands have such great history.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get off and have lunch, have an early dinner.
Yeah.
With the local cuisine and all that. I think it'd be great.
And the smaller ships can probably go out of different ports, not even sailing, right? Like they can.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they talk about that.
Okay.
Like the Baltimore port and the Tampa port. And those are the two that mentioned that we'll talk about right now, have bridges
Oh,
and I think the New
yeah.
Orleans one has a bridge, which we're going to do this fall, so we're going to see firsthand.
Right.
And in the article, it said those bridges are 180 feet tall. So obviously, the ship has to go under.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And then it mentioned the Sydney Harbor.
Huh.
It's 160 feet.
Wow.
Comparing to the height of an Oasis class, they're 200 feet tall.
Yeah, I was going to say it's got to be pretty high up there.
There's no clearance there.
You think that they would have built drawbridges? Well, back then they weren't really. Yeah, but they had a lot of like ships that, cargo ships. Some places you are lucky with the drawbridge, but I mean, yeah, they're just going to have to work with what they have, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, a city's not going to redesign.
No.
Imagine building they're rebuilding that bridge up in the Northeast.
Oh, they have to.
Because that ship hit it.
Oh, in Baltimore. Yeah.
That was Baltimore.
That was
That's
Baltimore.
Right.
Yep.
And they said it could take years and years to rebuild that. So they're not going to do that for a ship.
No, you're right. Right.
For clearance.
Right, but going forward, do you think maybe that they may change things up a bit?
Yeah.
Maybe put a drawbridge or who knows? Yeah.
I think it's super exciting. I really do. So, just imagine, you go into these smaller islands, maybe islands that, we've never even heard of, right? Because it's going to open up the door for different adventures.
Yeah.
And Alaska.
Yeah.
Imagine doing like the inner passage up to Alaska on a brand new Royal Caribbean ship.
Yeah, I know. It'd be nice.
It'd be fantastic because, everything I see in research, Oasis class ships do not go to Alaska. It's a smaller ship, or I think some of the Quantums do, which are some big boys.
Yeah.
But I think, I think it's a game changer.
Game changer. Well, who knows? Maybe within the next year or two, they will have something in the works.
Yeah, because they have a couple ships on order already. I think they already have the Star of the Seas, which is Icon class. I think they have the third Icon class maybe ordered.
Yeah.
So I just read that they have 3 ships on order, so it could be after that.
Yeah.
And you got to think, the Radiance in the Vision class, they're more than 20 years old.
Yeah, it's time to retire them.
Yeah, I mean, how often can you rebuild them, right?
Right, and refurbish them and everything even. Yeah, right, it's an older ship.
Yeah. So, no, we just wanted to touch on this topic. I think it's really exciting. You know, I've been, following this for over a year, and I really, really hope that they do it.
I know you do.
So, yep, we appreciate you spending some time with us. Please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. We really appreciate that, and it really helps the channel. So we appreciate your time.
Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you next time.